Someone once described the career of actress Sophia Loren as having taken her from starvation to stardom. Sophia was born 23 years ago in a poverty-stricken suburb of Naples. She lived there during all of World War II. After the war, she went to Rome, determined to become an actress, and she did. And in the past 8 years, she's made a total of 27 pictures in Europe and in Africa. Now in Hollywood, she is completing her third Paramount picture in 1 year, a remarkable record by any measurement. Sophia Loren lives in a penthouse apartment in the Chateau Marmont, overlooking Sunset Boulevard. This hotel has served as a home away from home for several dozen movie stars. Good evening, Sophia.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine.
I noticed just the other day that you've celebrated your first anniversary in America. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And you're still working on a picture.
Yes, I'm finishing a picture with Anthony Quinn. It's called The Black Orchid. It's a wonderful picture, very warm and very human. It's a different part I've done so far.
Sophia, after spending a year in this country, are you homesick for Italy?
Well, yes, I am homesick for Italy, but I have a strange feeling. When I'm to Italy, I miss my friends over here. And when I am in America, I miss my Italian friends. And I don't really know where to live. Not to miss anyone.
Tell me, have you found the movie stars of Hollywood to be as glamorous as you expected them to be?
Oh, yes, they are really wonderful. They've been very, very hospitable with me. You say hospital?
Hospitable, I think.
Yes, thank you very much for helping me. And I remember the first party I had at Romanov's. They were all there to greet me, and for me it was like living a fairy tale, because all the stars I've been dreaming of while I was a child in Pozzuoli, they were there to greet me. It was like a dream for me. It was wonderful.
Tell me, did you find that all of Hollywood lived up to the dreams you had when you were a youngster in Italy?
No, it's very funny, because I thought always that Hollywood was like a big, big set with all the houses around. But when I flew over here, and seeing all these swimming pools for miles and miles, and all these cars in different colors, black, white, red, and the flowers. I love flowers very much. It was wonderful scenery.
Well, now you're almost a native. How's the weather out your way today?
Oh, well, the weather out here it has been very, very bad. It has been raining all the time, and we didn't have much chance to shoot, really. But tonight it's quite cloudy, but I think you can see the view pretty well. This is Sunset Boulevard. This is the street I take every morning to go to Paramount. And I think you can see all Hollywood tonight. It's wonderful. It's very clear.
Very nice view. Sophia?
Yeah?
Do you find the California weather anything like the weather in Italy?
I think it's the closest weather to Italy, really. It's very warm, and always the sun is shining. But I really don't care much about the weather, because when you are surrounded by very nice people and the people you love, you don't really care about the weather, do you?
No, I think you're quite right. Tell me, do you have time in Hollywood to do anything but work? What do you do when you're not needed on the set in the morning?
Well, I'm always needed on the set, but when I'm not, I like to swim, I like to sleep, and I like to relax.
Sophia, I know you've played both comedy and dramatic roles.
Yes.
Which do you prefer?
I like both of them, really, because I like comedy very much. It's fun for me to make a comedy. I like to tease people. I love people. It's kind of fun for me to do it, really. But a drama, I think it's much more challenging for an actress to do a drama. And you have to work very hard, of course, and you have to think about what you're doing, really.
And I'm certain that, like most young actresses, you hope someday to be a great actress. Is that right?
Yes.
Sophia, have you ever thought of doing a stage play?
I always thought to do a stage play, really. But I would like to do a play in Broadway. But I would like to make much more American pictures before doing it, because how do you say when you don't know how to say very easily words in another language? Well, I don't think you can help me, because I don't think you did understand me, really. I better look up in the dictionary and find out what I'm talking about.
You mean your trouble with the language? Seems to me you don't have any.
No, it's not that. I want to make sure that you understand me. Here it said, landlady of the language?
No, I don't think so.
Mistress of the language?
Oh, no. No, I'm sure that's not right.
Well, so the dictionary doesn't help me at all.
No, Sophia, perhaps what you mean is that you don't have complete command of the English language.
Yes, thank you very much. The command of the language, yes.
I wish I could speak your language as well as you speak ours.
Why don't you study?
I must try to learn it. Where did you learn your English?
Well, I learned my English in Italy for 2 months, but really I learned my English by making American pictures, and I made quite a lot.
Well, you must have been, 10 or 11 years old when the American and British troops...
9 years old.
9 years old?
Yes.
When the British and American troops entered Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn any English from them?
Well, in English, I was very young, and I wouldn't remember them anyway. But I can remember they taught me how to say good morning, good evening, and how to say give me some food or chocolate, candy, that's all.
Did the GIs teach you to dance, too?
Oh, yes, they taught me how to jitterbug, too. Yeah.
To jitterbug?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever made any professional use of your ability to jitterbug?
Well, I did. I had a scene in Houseboat where I had to do a jitterbug. By the way, Houseboat is with Cary Grant. I'm not trying to plug in the picture, but that's what I'm doing, isn't it?
By all means, certainly. Why not?
Oh, that's wonderful. But when the teacher had to teach me how to do it, he didn't have much trouble because I already knew.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure that during the war years, you never really dreamed of coming to America. How did that come about?
Well, when the Paramount asked me to do a contract with me, I told them to put in the contract that my first picture should have been Design of the Elms, because
Yes.
I knew the play very, very well, and I thought it was something for me very good. So they accepted, and after a while they sent me the script, and I brought it with me in Africa, and I read it, and more I read it, more I liked it. That's how it happened.
Well, now that you're in America, do you read anything but movie scripts?
Oh, no. When I have free time, I read. I read wonderful stories about Greta Garbo's life story, and Sarah Bernard, and Eleonora Duse, and of course I like very much to look in the fashions magazine.
Uh-huh. What are you reading now?
Oh, I'm reading now a wonderful book. It's called Pickwick Papers by Dickens.
Yes, I know that.
You know that? Did you read it?
I think most Americans do, yes.
Really?
Would you read a bit for us?
All right, I will. It's a wonderful passage here that I would like to read it to you. I don't know if you will understand it because it's in Italian. It said, fino a domani staremo qui, fino a domani staremo qui, fino a domani staremo qui, qui fino all'alba del nuovo dì.
Now, Sophia Loren, here's a good time for us to test your command of the English language. What does that mean?
Well, I will try to translate it to you.
Good.
It said, until tomorrow we will be here, until tomorrow we will be here, until tomorrow we will be here, until the dawning of the new day.
Very good. Thank you.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah. You certainly have come a long way since you started on your acting career. Mm-hmm. You must still have a very vivid memory of searching for your first job in Italy, haven't you?
Well, I had a rough time in the beginning. I went to Rome with my mother, and we didn't have much money. And as a matter of fact, we had only the money to go to Rome, and we didn't have any money to go back. So we were stuck, really. But after a while, I started to make pictures and becoming a star. And with a little patience and faith, my mother and I made it. It was very long, very long.
Patience and faith and a lot of talent.
Thank you.
They brought you a long way. But now that you're completing your 30th movie, I'm sure you've collected a shoebox full of lira. What does it all mean to you?
Well, I've still got a very peasant's mind. I like money very much. And I think everybody does, don't you?
I do, yes.
But when I work, really, I never think about money. I love my work very much. I have wonderful relief from it, especially if I do something quite good. But anyway, if you are not born wealthy, you will never feel wealthy. That's how I feel. And that's it. And I never had time to go shopping. I never had the time to go for a holiday. I just work, and very hard too.
And you don't mind getting up early in the morning to be on the set in time?
Oh, I do very much. I do very much. It bothers me because every morning I do some exercises, 10 minutes in the morning. And it's terrible.
Well, now, Sophia, let's assume for the moment that you did get a little time off. Would you plan to visit other parts of America?
Oh, I would love to. The only part of America I know is Hollywood. Sunset Boulevard, and Paramount. I know little old Washington because I've been there for 7 days for Houseboat. And it's very nice, Washington. Have you ever been there?
Yes, I have, a few times.
Wonderful, wonderful. The White House and... But I would like to go to New York. I've never been to New York.
Well, now, tell me, Sophia, how did you get to Hollywood without seeing New York?
Well, it's very easy, over the pole. Have you ever been over the pole?
No, I haven't, as a matter of fact.
It's a wonderful experience. But the last time I flew from Paris to New York, and I only had the time to take the plane from New York to Los Angeles. So I never got the chance to see New York, really.
Well, I'll tell you, there are about 15 people here in the studio who have already volunteered to show you around New York at the first opportunity.
I hope they will do it pretty soon, because maybe not this weekend, but next weekend I will be in New York.
Well, I hope very soon that you will, and that you get a chance to do all that shopping and
Yes.
to see all the friends you'd like to see.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Sophia Loren, for letting us come and visit you.
Thank you very much. Happy so.
We'll hope to see you in New York soon.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.